Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you for joining me today. Hi, I'm your host, Jameela Adams, and I wanted to go over some things that, as an entrepreneur, we deal with things that just can get out of pocket sometimes. So this year, I honestly had things go up, things go down, backwards, sideways, and as I was doing what I needed to do to stay ahead of the game, I realized that there are certain things I need to get rid of and just stop doing, and also certain things I need to be more cognitive, aware of, and then put those things into action. Going into 2025 is going to, for me, be the anti-hustle, and this is one of those things I find myself falling back on and learning different and better strategies to do it. So let me give you a brief synopsis of the anti-hustle. The anti-hustle is not to do less, but to do smarter. So we as entrepreneurs are always looking out, trying to find the next best thing, the next thing that'll help us, and so on. In the process of doing that, we end up burning out. As I was doing research, I found that 34.4% of entrepreneurs experience burnout, according to the Founders Reports. I'll leave the references in the show notes. But the problem is that we're so caught up in trying to make the next buck, trying to do the next project, we lose sight of what we're doing. So the solution to it is backing away from the hustle. So we're going to do the anti-hustle. And so here are some strategies that I am incorporating into 2025 to help me be more efficient and also just less burdened. And hopefully this will help you too. First and foremost, I will begin to audit my time more. I find myself doing tasks that just, after a while, they kill time. So for me, I have to track my hours and cut out tasks that don't serve me. And I'm thinking, if I say this to myself, I'm going to pass it on to you guys. So pro tip, if it doesn't bring value or revenue, either delegate it or delete it. And right now I am going through my processes, my operations processes, to see what I can keep and what I can get rid of. Pardon the background noise. My husband is now going to be working from home, so he's getting his office together. So if you hear any banging or bumping or whatever, that's him. So that is my life. So the other thing too, and I am putting this out there because, like I said, whatever I do for myself, I figure somebody else needs help with it or needs a better idea, or they already have the idea. And I wish you guys would drop comments in the below so I can see what your ideas are. That'll be so helpful. So the next thing to do is to automate. Automate like a boss. So I use Trello, Canva, Calendly. There's so many other tools out there. Pick one that works for you, stick with it for at least, I would say 3 months. If it doesn't help, get rid of it, go on to the next thing. But if it does seem to work, stick with it. And if possible, if they have the tier, which most likely they do, purchase the pro or premium or whatever package and go from there. So the other thing too, obviously with automation, you have AI apps and so on. And it'll help you become more efficient and take things off your plate. So automation is your best friend. Work it, use it, do what you got to do. So the other thing I find myself needing to do, and will start doing ASAP, is to set non-negotiable boundaries. Your business, my business, our businesses, do not run 24/7. The thing is, we need time to recharge and rebuild, renew, whatever you got to do to get it back on track. So, for example, your weekends, make them your sacred time. That means do not answer emails. Unless it's an extreme emergency, which unfortunately that happens with certain clients, don't answer your emails. Don't take client calls unless it's an absolute. Then you have to make them pay. Seriously, they're calling you on a weekend. There's got to be an emergency. And if it's in your business processes, hey, it's an emergency, you know what you got to do. Anyway, so no emails, no client calls, just family time. Or if you don't have family, if it's just you and your dog, recharge, rejuvenate, renew. Leave replying to emails at midnight in 2024 where it belongs. Don't bring that crap into 2025. So the other thing too, I will suggest, because I'm going to be doing this more often too, because I found myself being really stressed out. It was business related, but it was also personal. And my hair started falling out. You'll see the updated photos because I'm doing my whole branding, and so my branding will have my new haircut. So anyway, schedule self-care. Take time for you. If it's more than just bubble baths and spa days, even though those are great, it's about making time that refuels you. Back to the non-negotiables. Take time to set time for yourself. Recharge. Whether it's working out, journaling, meditation, devotionals, whatever it is that makes you feel good, do it. Even if you like watching trashy TV, hey, that's your business, boo. Do what you got to do to make yourself feel better. But make you the priority. And it's okay to just sit and chill. I was talking with my son yesterday, and I said, sometimes you just have to be still and just relax. And that's what we are meant to do. We're not supposed to run 24/7. We are to rest. And I know I've talked about this in a previous podcast. You are meant to rest. Yes, you are meant to work, but you are also meant to rest. That's why we need to stop with the hustling, because our bodies will shut down. And even when we know what's happening, when your body is slowly dropping off, sometimes we don't see the signs until it's too late. You either have high blood pressure, a heart attack, whatever. One of those things you really need to pay attention to. So the other thing, and lastly, is, to redefine success. It's not just about growth or revenue. Success in 2025 is about creating a business that supports your life and not the other way around. I found that I've been in business now. I had the highs, and they were really great highs, and then I had the really bad lows. And the problem was I didn't prioritize setting my goals. I did, but I didn't stick with it. And that's my bad. What is it? Do as I say, not as I do. I need to work on me, just like you need to work on you. And like I said, if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, because I really believe that we have the answers for each other, and we need to share those answers because it's a struggle sometimes. But those are the things that we should consider as entrepreneurs, what we need to do in 2025. And lastly, my final thought on this is 2025 is for us to work smarter, live better, and banish burnout for good. The hustle is, we need to just get back to what is good. Leave the hustle down or leave it alone. Your best ideas do not come from exhaustion. Let's be real here. We need to rest. Your best ideas, you need clarity. So that's where it should come from. Your best ideas come from clarity and balance. So again, I want to hear from you. What are your go-to strategies for sustainable success? Share them, wherever you see the podcast. Share them in the comments. You can DM me on the Instagram. And I just want you to know, like I said, 2025 is going to be the year for change for me. And in the process of changing, I'm finding my voice. So coming to 2025, we're going to be finding our voice. You need to know who you are, what you're about, and you need to share that with others. That's why I honestly put the podcast together, is to share and build community, to get out there and talk with other entrepreneurs. And, even if you are doing a side hustle, you are somebody who has an idea that needs to be shared with the world. Don't be stingy with your gifts and talents. I know I've said that in a previous episode. We're all meant to serve. We're all meant to give. We all need each other to survive. And I know that's a gospel song, but it's true. We all are here for each other. I buy your products and services, you buy my products and services. And even if you don't, tell somebody about the podcast or whatever we do, and I will definitely give you a shout out. It's one of those things that I am definitely learning to put myself out there more, to not live in this bubble and just be by myself. And I want us to feel that way too. We have others who will support us, who want to know what we're doing. And I really appreciate that from you. So like I said, share your ideas, share your comments, and tell me what's up, what's down, what's going on with your business. Or, even if you are working, you are an entrepreneur, even if you are working in a corporate setting or even at the grocery store, because you are representing you. Remember that. Whatever you do, you represent you. Your face, your smile, whatever. That is your brand. That is your calling card. And let's try to do better in 2025. Improve on what we know and improve and keep going forth. So, as always, as I close out, I want you to be inspired, be inspiring, be encouraged, be encouraging. But most of all, be you. And I will check you out in 2025. Take care.